So I have a bunch of questions for everyone to start today's call on. Can you tell why we get sick? Why do we get a disease? Why do we get cold? Why do we, why does something develop in our body? Give me, type your answer in the WhatsApp group or the Telegram group. That's why I was insisting that everyone should be on it. Yeah, everyone's had some health issue or the other at some point, and that's why we're here to heal. So tell me why we catch a cold or why um, we develop something in our a health issue. Yeah, what is it that makes us susceptible? Let's see. I'm looking at, okay. Sarah says, when we are not at ease with ourselves, we get disease. That's very true, Sarah. Sadness, chemicals and environment, stress, Nishi is saying. Kailash says, emotional upset that we don't want to listen to. Rajni says, when the system is run down. So that's interesting, Rajni. You're saying the system is run down. That's basically immunity. Yeah. When our immunity is low, we catch something, right? Now, what's the first thing we do to tackle the issue? And where does immunity sit? So, what's the first thing that we do when to deal with being sick? We go outside, we go to the doc, we go to a healer, yeah? But the problem is inside. And where do we go to heal? We go outside. So for the longest time, the two roles that have been involved every day in keeping us healthy have been kept separate. There's the healer and there's the patient. And the latter depends on the former. Yeah. The burden of care is on someone outside. You know where I'm going with this, don't you? So tell me, if the subject is inside, how can the solution be outside? What if I told you inside all of us is a place that is free from disease? This is where we never feel pain, it's ageless, never dies. And when we journey to this place, the limitations that we often cling to simply dissolve. They're not even a possibility. This is the place called perfect health. And stepping into this realm, no matter how brief our visits may be, can bring a profound transformation and healing. All assumptions we had about, ordinary existence disappears, and we experience a much higher level of living. This is what we're exploring today with Smriti Shivdasani. This power we have within to boost our immunity, to bring relief from pain, to use our body's own ability to heal. Smriti is a master in light key healing system. She's the only person in India right now who has been certified in all the light key techniques. And she's presenting one of the most popular techniques today, the Joyous Body Protocol. Please welcome Smriti Shivdasani. Smriti, a big, big welcome to the Mystic Lotus Awesome Healers Training Tele Summit.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me here. It's wonderful to be here again with many of you who are such dear friends and people I have interacted with, in the previous telecalls on your summit. And thank you for doing such amazing work. And Ruchira, I think I should bring you in to introduce my classes everywhere. You spoke so beautifully.
Thank you. It's been basically our chats that have sparked this.
Yeah, I'm so grateful for that. Yes, what you said is so true. And what everybody typed in, I'm not watching the chats at this moment of time, but I'm based on the feedback that Ruchira, spoke of from everybody. All of you are so right. We do create, I'm literally saying we do create diseases in our bodies with certain things that we do or we get involved with, one of them being stress, etc. So our cells are spherical in nature, and as thoughts, feelings, emotions kind of keep hitting at the cells, what happens is the cell, instead of being spherical over a period of time, it goes out of shape, it mutates, it becomes elliptical. And so when the doctor is looking at, your scans, etc., and you're seeing that the cells are out of shape, that is basically a sign that that part of your body is diseased. So diseases don't often occur overnight, at least the major ones. They don't occur overnight. They occur they build up over a period of time. So the more our like somebody talked about emotions, etc. So the more we
Yeah.
are stressed out, the more we are bitter, we are angry, we are resentful. And all of that information is bombarding our cells. And eventually the cells kind of start, giving up. Our immunity starts breaking down because the cells are not functioning at their optimal level. And so now your environment is not strong enough, your body is not strong enough to be able to handle that level of stress anymore, that level of toxicity of those emotions, those thoughts, those feelings that you're having. And yes, there are certain diseases which are, I mean, at the end of the day, it's at physical level, it's physiological. But very often, majority of the diseases, this is my personal belief, that they do get created out of things like these: stress, emotional, distress, bitterness, pain, resentment. All of this prevents the energy from flowing smoothly in the body. So when the energy does not flow very well, when the cells are not exactly in their optimal health, what's happening is now your body is weaker, which means your body's immune system is low. So even something very little can trigger that cold, that cough, or you can also have major stuff which has accrued over time, like cancer, like diabetes, and like fibromyalgia, etc. All of that. So yes, how we live, how we function, what kind of energy we be, how much unconsciousness we lock into our body is what determines where we are.
Smriti, that's a really interesting term that you used, how much unconsciousness you lock in. Can you give me some examples of what is that unconsciousness that I'm locking in?
Okay. So the biggest unconsciousness that I think we lock into our bodies is the way we judge our body. Judgment
Ah,
is a very unconscious act. When
okay.
we judge something, we separate from it, right? It has to be outside of you to judge it. It is apart from you to judge it. So when
Hmm.
you're judging your body, you're judging yourself, you are locking in a lot of unconsciousness. When you are going through belief systems, I'm not good enough, nobody loves me, and all those insecurities, jealousies, resentments, these are all acts of unconsciousness because you're functioning from a place of lack, when actually there is really nothing that is lacking. It's just I'm not willing to have it as my life right now for whatever reason. I may not have been taught how to, or for whatever reason. And
Hmm.
so you are locking in all of those resentments, all of those judgments, all of that pain, all of that hurt. That's unkind, that's unconscious. You're
Hmm.
locking in unconsciousness. And healing is always a side effect of consciousness. In fact, any problem is an accumulation of unconscious choices.
Hmm.
And healing can only occur when you replace it with conscious choices.
Okay. I get that.
So healing is a side effect.
That's true. That's true. That's very, very interesting. How does the Joyce Body Protocol come into all of this, though?
So the Joyous Body Protocol is one of the very popular, very, very, very popular protocols offered by a modality called light key systems.
Mhm.
And it is a protocol which uses the energies of high vibration keys or symbols. We call them keys.
Ah, okay.
And they are very high vibrational keys. And when we bring in the energy of those keys into the body, those those energies, those high vibration energies, basically start unlocking the unconsciousness in your body. So it basically, they technically they unlock the consciousness in your body, like the everything that has been suppressed, all the consciousness that has been suppressed by the unconscious choices. Now we are beginning to unlock that consciousness in the body, and body gets a chance to change. Body gets a chance to strengthen itself. So the energies enable the body to strengthen itself. Now, we have a chemical factory within our body. We've got trillions of cells, and it's a known fact that the body is capable of producing n amount of chemicals to create changes.
Sorry, Smriti, I'm just going to mute myself for a moment.
So the body is very capable of basically kicking in its own healing system by manufacturing whatever the body requires to heal itself. Like, for example, when you get a cut, yes, you may put an antiseptic, ointment on it. You may dress the wound. You may clean it with the Dettol and all of that. But eventually, there's some mechanism in the body, right, which allows that wound to heal, or that fracture to heal, or whatever has occurred for the body. So the body has its own intelligence to heal itself. But at times, because our immunity is compromised, because the body has become weak, the cells have become weak with all of these pressures and lifestyle choices and mental and emotional choices, that it isn't in a place to kick in its own healing system as effectively as it normally would be able to. So when your immunity is compromised, that allows the disease to kind of occur. So these keys basically are those high vibration keys which enable the body to unlock that consciousness to come forth. They enable the body to become strong. And when the body becomes strong,
That's
the
when,
own healing mechanism kicks in. And then your body can heal faster. So when I first learned the Joyous Body Protocol, it was a very big contribution personally to my life, because as some of you know, I have had a history of cancer, and which is what actually led me to the field of exploring alternate healing. And also, there were a few other things that I knew how to boost immunity, but those were all hands-on processes. Now, when the lockdown started, you know, I couldn't have my friends over to run, those processes for me. And here was Joyous Body Protocol with divine timing available in my life, where, it is something that you can do for yourself. And my friends can also run it for me on a distance basis. So that was something that was wonderful, that I could have it run for myself from my friends, because sometimes I'm just so tired, or I'm being so lazy that I don't want to do it on my own. Then I have my friends, I just message them, can you like run this for me? And they run it on a distance basis. And I could contribute to so many clients during this time of COVID, because it's a distance process. And in fact, we've helped a lot of COVID patients with this, and they have recovered far faster than many
wow,
people we know.
wow,
I haven't yet lost any COVID patient, whoever I
that's
have worked with.
fantastic. How fabulous. And we know for sure one of the biggest issues we've had with COVID, particularly in India, is because our immunity is so low in India. Despite all the years of street food and golgappas that we've been eating, and we claim that we have great systems, but we actually don't. We were quite vulnerable to this because of our immunity being low. That's
Yeah,
fantastic.
immunity is like a person to person thing. Some people have fantastic immunity and some don't. And there are a lot of people, actually, in today's time, a lot of people are immunity compromised, because I hardly meet people who've never had diseases and who've not had some problems, etc. So I think low immunity is one of the very big concerns for a lot of people. For me, definitely, it was immunity compromise. So I have been using this to keep my immunity levels up. And I really, I just feel so blessed to have this, because it's just something I do on myself for a few minutes every day, and I'm good to go and face the day.
That's fabulous. I'm going to read out a couple of comments, Smriti. Of course, course, the very first comment this evening was about your beautiful locket. I think it was Neelu who said, check out Smriti's lovely key locket.
Right. So this was a key. This is a key which was kind of channeled for me. And I so wanted to
Ah.
have something that was channeled for me. And then I just found this Diwali, I just found it. It was exactly what was channeled for me. So I bought it. It was,
Oh,
my
lovely. In
husband
fact,
decided to gift it to me.
Bharti, I think Bharti also, or is it Neelu? I can't make out here. She says, key to the divinity.
It definitely is. It definitely is.
And of course, we've got loads of people talking about. So there's Vandana. I don't know if Vandana's being sarcastic, but written that is it possible? She's written that it's because our immunity is the best. Indians have the best immunity because of our spices and that we use in our Indian food. Ah, okay, all right. I get what you mean now,
It
Vandana.
is technically. But like I said, when you mentioned that, that's why I mentioned that immunity is very person to person. There are a lot of people
Mm,
who have great immunity, but then
mm,
there are also a lot of people who are immunity compromised. So we
mm,
can't definitely generalize it for anybody. I think it's across the world, person to person. Even in India, there will be a lot of people who are immunity compromised, and then there are a lot of people who won't be because of those spices or because of the kind of bacteria that kind of grows in the guts because of the kind of food or the street food or. So yes, but it varies. Not everybody eats all the spices, and not everybody eats the street food or whatever it is. It varies, and very often your diet may be fantastic, and yet because you're very emotionally stressed out, because you're very resentful, or because you're very bitter, or there's just too much emotional toxicity that your immunity is low. So it's not always necessary that if my food habits are perfect, my immunity is going to be the best.
mm. Vandana has a question as well, Smriti. She says, is it possible to avoid the sagging of skin, avoid using Botox by using techniques?
Ruchira, I don't know whether it's my
Hello?
internet or yours. I couldn't hear you completely.
I think, no, it's mine. Mine is saying
Okay.
internet connection is unstable.
Okay. Now I can hear you.
Did you hear
Now I
the
can hear you.
question?
Could you please repeat the question
Okay,
for me?
I'll repeat the question. Vandana's asking, is it possible to avoid sagging of skin, avoid using, things like Botox by using a technique like Joyce Body Protocol?
So to some extent it will contribute, although in the light key healing systems we have very specifically a couple of protocols that are very specifically addressed for that. Like we have something called the glow and grow protocol, and we have something called the star glow facial, which enables you to address that to a great extent. Joy's body protocol, that may be a side effect, but it's not necessarily addressed for that.
Okay. In fact, you mentioned symbols, Smriti. So the symbols are
Yes.
specific to treating certain aspects of health, is it? Or is it that these are symbols to treat all health issues?
Right. So these are symbols which we call the keys, but they are not just to treat a specific health issue. They are high vibration keys that contribute to the healing of the body, of life, of the being. When it is so, they are normally combined depending on what is the protocol. Some are
Mhm.
combined with certain other frequencies. Some are used on
Okay.
their own. So depending on what it is creating, it will be a different things. So the same symbol could be combined with another frequency in another protocol to create a different outcome.
Ah,
So
okay.
Neela, I fondly call her Neela. She's officially known as Nirmala Raju. She is the person who had channeled light key healing systems. She was the person who channeled Mother Mira Alfasa, the French lady who came to India and created Aurobindo. And
Yeah.
she basically channeled Mother, and she was given these first few keys. And Neela invited people to trial them in August last year, August last year, in August 2019. And I was one of those people of the 300 odd who saw the post, and I just responded to her. I knew of her, I didn't know her personally, but I saw the post that day. I guess, nothing is a coincidence. And I saw it, it drew me in. And I said, I would love to trial these. And in my universe, I was looking for some distant work. I had learned a few other things, but I really wanted something that was very effective. And so this showed up. I was one of the first 33 people who trialed these keys to begin with, along with her.
Wow.
And we are known as the master batch. And when I used these symbols, it was a drawing practice, which is now part of a course. And I saw a lot of shifts within me, a lot of intensity that came up and changed. And then as we started using this, she started getting more and more downloads. So then there were frequencies, there were more keys, and then there were different steps in which you would combine some keys and some frequencies. So when you combine keys and frequencies in certain order, they become a protocol. So sometimes it's just the use of keys, sometimes it's keys and frequencies, sometimes it's only frequencies. So there are I alone teach about 18 or 19 classes of light key systems. And
Wow.
I myself have attended practically every class that Neela has taught. So I have used different kinds of things for different things. So the same key can be used for different things, but in a different way to create a different outcome.
Okay. I do want to ask what exactly happens in a session of the Joyous Body Protocol, but I have a couple of questions that that I would ask you, Smriti, from the audience. Yeah.
Yeah.
Gurjot is asking, ma'am, can we treat others like our mom or our friends with the Joyous Body Protocol?
Absolutely. This is a certification course. And you, of course, you have to do the class, and there's a little quiz, which is a open book quiz. You've got to do that, and then you get a certification, just so that we know that you know what you're doing, and you get a certification. And you can definitely use it for your friends, family. You can also use it for clients. And even if you've never done any energy work, you can still do this, because it's not you and I who are literally doing the healing. We are bringing in the energies of these high vibration keys, and the energies are conscious, and they are doing the work that is required. And mind you, this can be done even by a 10-year-old if they would like to. So it's very simple. That's what I really love about it. It's simple.
That's awesome that even a 10-year-old child
Absolutely.
can do this. So there are no hassles if one is pregnant or
No,
one is old.
not at all. There's no
Anyone,
age limit.
any age.
There's no age limit.
Okay, fantastic. Stephanie's asking, can it be useful for assisting someone who has aggressive cancer and refuses Western conventional medicine?
So definitely it will contribute to a person going through cancer, because it will, first of all, boost the immunity. And when the immunity gets boosted, all the other healing mechanisms also start kicking in. However, let me say one thing. Healing is eventually always a choice. If somebody is not interested in choosing to heal, and they're very vested in the drama or the trauma, or the illness is serving them in some way, and mind you, it does serve people in some way very often, or there may be reasons even they are not aware what is that unconscious choice they have made that has created this, then healing may not occur. Okay, the healing in the sense that you and I would like to see it, where you're completely disease free. Cancer is very often, and I'm talking about this from very personal experience, cancer is very often a representation of us wanting to get out of our life for whatever reason. And so you create a terminal disease. So, and yet it can turn around like I did. I was 4th stage cancer, no hope situation last year. Okay, Jan last year. May, June, I had no idea whether I'll be alive the next month. And yet by August, I was declared cancer free. I had no activity in my body. Okay, so it's a choice.
That's always amazing.
It's a choice. And I chose And I used all of this, whatever work I do, whatever I teach, I have used all of this myself. I don't teach anything that I myself have not used and I cannot vouch for. But yet, I will remind you, healing is a choice. So I
So
hope
in
that
fact,
helps,
Nitin
Stephanie.
was asking.
But yet, I have
Oh, that
seen a
helps
lot
too.
of ease created. Like, even if the person is suffering from cancer, I have seen a lot of ease getting created in their body. Ease with that pain, ease with that discomfort, ease with the chemotherapy. I have seen that occur with the Joyous Body Protocol. So at least you can contribute ease to this person who's refusing the Western medication. And if she chooses, she will also be able to heal herself. Sorry,
Wonderful.
Ruchira, I cut you there.
Thanks, Priti. Thanks. No, I was just saying that Bharti's written saying that choice and faith to fight to live. That's a nice line, Bharti. Nishi says, Smriti, you and your journey is so incredibly inspiring.
And Bharti, I would
Bharti's
like to
also
say,
written earlier.
Bharti, I would like to say, don't fight. Disease is not something that you resist and you fight. Disease is something which is basically in your life, as a wake up call. Receive it, don't fight it. Because the more you resist something, the more you solidify it. So receive it. It's here to contribute to you in some way. It's here to show you your unconscious choices that you have been making. That's all it is. It's a wake up call. Wake up. That's what I would say. Don't fight.
That's incredible. In fact, Nitin had asked Smriti. You said that you use everything that you teach. You've used you that you and you teach only things that you can vouch for yourself. He had asked, in fact, had you used it for your cancer? And Vandana has asked right after that, saying that would it help bring ease? I think she means in all stages of cancer.
I I have seen Joyce Body Protocol create ease no matter what stages you're at. So I I
Hmm.
I came across Lightki work in August 2019. And August 2019 was also when I was declared cancer free. So I had used many other things before that. And yet, even post, there's so many side effects of chemotherapy. There's neuropathy, and there's so many other things that are going on. There's so much aches and pains in the body because of the chemotherapy.
Yeah.
And I really got a lot of relief from this and a couple of other protocols of Lightkey to create more ease in my body. And the side effects, the pain, all of that has changed. Energy levels have gone up. So you can see that I glow. I don't look sick at all. And khati piti ghar ki lagti hu. So all of that. So so there's that sense of lots of ease, lots and lots of ease. And it's so wonderful not to have colds and coughs and fevers, and you know just that general sense of ease is such a gift to have.
That's true. That's
When I
true.
couldn't walk 2 minutes, I didn't have the strength. And now I walk 40 minutes and 60 minutes and at least 3, 4, 5 times a week. And it's so wonderful. It's such a gift. I know people who have that energy, you take it for granted. But for people like me who had none of it at all, for me, it's such a blessing and a gift. And so, yes,
That's
this
fabulous.
protocol has
That's
contributed to that.
That's amazing. So, in fact, Ritika and Shilpa, they've both commented. Ritika says, "Wow, ma'am, I can see so much positivity on your face." And Shilpa says, "Your face shows those emotions when you explain your journey. Amazing to see it live." Um, she's also written saying she would like to know, when we heal others, do we get connected with that negativity, and does it affect us?
Not at all. This is a misbelief that many people have. Okay. It's not you and me doing the healing. Yeah. And we don't have to connect with the other person's issue. We must, as when we do this work of healing, we have to train ourselves to be a fair witness. Okay. Please remember
Mm.
this. whatever modality you may choose, whether you choose Joyce Body Protocol or not, whatever you may do, when somebody is going through illness, it's a culmination of certain choices. And they may be unconscious choices, they may be conscious choices. But you and I, when we facilitate as fair witnesses. Okay?
Okay.
I do not get caught up with whatever choices you have made. I don't get caught up in rightness, wrongness. And I don't need to, because I don't have a point of view and I don't have a judgment of what's going on in your body. It's neither good nor bad. It's just a situation in your body which has got the potential to change. So I don't get attached to the illness or the person or their choices or their drama or their trauma. I don't have to take
Mm.
on anybody's negativity. And yet, if you are an empath and if you are a healer and you are aware that you tend to take on other people's stuff, please become conscious. Please work as a facilitator. Please work as a fair witness. And there are also always, I mean, we are infinite beings. So, as infinite beings, you have a choice. You don't have to take on anybody's negativity, but you can facilitate their choice. You don't have to take on other people's stuff into your body to heal it, because their body is very capable of healing itself. Their life is very capable of healing itself. So, you and I, as healers, are basically facilitating that choice for your client. So, you don't need to take on the negativity. You don't. I mean, I would be sick forever then in that case. I work like I work with so many clients at all points of time. So, no, that's not true. I know it's something that a lot of people say, but it's really not true. And there are always, you have that choice. And there are certain modalities that offer additional tools to take care of that, just in case you have that tendency to slip in there.
Mm. That's true. Um, Bharti's has another question actually. She's asking whether you went through chemo and surgery in your treatment alongside what you were practicing.
Yes, absolutely. I did have multiple surgeries, and in fact, one of the surgeries I had my uterus, ovaries, spleen, gallbladder, appendix removed, part of the liver scraped. So I had a massive surgery, but
My
I was
goodness,
using all of this, and I recovered very quickly.
that's incredible. How incredible,
I
Smriti.
don't have any of these organs.
I didn't realize. In all our previous conversation, I hadn't realized. My goodness, that's incredible. In fact, Naveena's written that I can't believe you had, like looking at you, touch wood. She says, I can't believe you had fourth stage. That's that's
Yeah, but
amazing.
that's the blessing of all this work. I mean, I know this Tele Summit has brought in a lot of different healers, and they have offered all kinds of modalities, and each modality has its own, gift.
Path.
It contributes to you in some way, and you will resonate with some, and you won't resonate with some, and all of these are a big contribution. There
Mm.
are times when we are going through something in that moment, we don't have access to a doctor. We may not have access to a particular medicine that we require in that moment. I feel that each one of us should know how to self help. And I have taught my daughter, like when she was about 8 or 9, around the time when I started doing all of this, I have taught her. Like one day when she called me from school saying, Mom, I've got a stomach ache. I said, listen, sweetheart, can you run this protocol? Can you run this process for yourself? And if you still feel that I need to come and get you, I will come and get you. And she said, okay, Mama, I will do it. And after some time, I get a call, oh, I'm fine. You don't need to come.
That's That's
That's it.
amazing. Yeah, that's really, really amazing. In fact, Smriti, I've got a whole bunch of like fan messages here. Rajni says, absolutely amazing. Dr. Radha says, always a pleasure to see, hear, and listen to you.
Thank you so much, everybody.
Nishi says, absolutely, she's voted up Dr. Radha's comment. Ashish says, I love the point you made about everything, taking it. If you were to take everything on yourself as a healer, you'd be sick forever. He says,
Absolutely.
beautiful answer. So I have a question from Shekhar, Smriti.
Mhm, mhm.
He's asking, how can this Joyce Body Protocol work when you have, in the context of kids who have disabilities or kids who are going through ADHD, dyslexia, dysgraphia? Can it
So,
help there?
so while, like I said, Joyce Body Protocol is not necessarily for a specific outcome, but the energies, what we have seen, create a lot of calm. And like, for example, in the Joyous Body Protocol class,
Hmm.
you do learn Joyous Body Protocol, which is the chunk of the class.
Hmm.
But there are also three other things that are taught as additional tools. So there is one tool that is taught to transmute any density, any dense energies, like you're feeling anxious, you're feeling stressful, it kind of transmutes it.
Mhm.
There's another version of that same command where you can transmute virus, bacteria, parasites from your system. So it's been very useful in COVID times. And it's very useful when you have any kind of inflammation, infections. Okay.
Hmm.
And there's also one more experience, a light key experience, where you can actually bring in a lot of calm. So, when you're using the energies, whether you use it as the Joyce Body Protocol or when you use any of those alternate, those additional tools that have been given in the class, they will contribute to bring a sense of ease and calm.
Hmm.
That's something I could say. Because again, you've got to understand the nature of children who are labeled as ADD, ADHD. They are very often they are geniuses and they just function at another level altogether.
That's true.
And it's not a disability. Okay, it's not a disability. They're
Yeah.
just different. They
Yeah.
function at a different pace. They require information in a different way. Okay. And so it can actually be used to their advantage. But however, you can bring in ease and calm in their life for
Hmm.
sure.
Smriti, Rajni is asking, is it possible to heal people with mental health issues?
So there is one of the locations where we run it is the brain. Um, and generally this area. Now, mental health, if there is depression, again, that same high vibration energy, which brings in that calm and brings in that, uh, that ease, it could contribute. Like so like okay, may I share with you, there are certain, it not only just works at a physical level, there are other benefits also you get from a joyous protocol. Okay. Like, for example, it expands your awareness.
Okay.
It also enables you to express yourself better. So, in case your situation that you are facing mentally or emotionally, whatever it is that you're going through, or the depression, if it is because of a lack of self expression, for example, then this contributes to you being able to express yourself better.
Hmm.
Now, if that kind of indirectly contributes to that, yes. There's also, it also contributes to having better relationships. So, if that is the reason why you are depressed, it could indirectly contribute to that for sure. So, there are certain points in the body where I would do this protocol a little more if I know that my client has a mental challenge or mental health issue. I think Ruchira is frozen.
Hi, Smriti.
Hi, Amrish.
Hey, it was such a wonderful call. Yeah, it's amazing to hear the journey that you've gone through and what people are experiencing. It's beautiful.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Ruchira has had a power failure, so she's going to log in from her cell phone, I guess,
Okay.
in another minute or two.
All
To
right. There you are, Ruchira.
She's back.
So yes, I was talking about, so there are side effects also, like good side effects, and it also contributes to awareness, like I said, self-expression, it contributes to relationship, it contributes to some extent to finances as well. So yeah, it's pretty good.
So, what exactly, Smriti, happens in a Joyce Body Protocol session? What, what are the kind of things it brings up in terms of awareness? How does it like get conducted? Tell us a little bit
Right,
about that.
right. So, how does it get conducted? Okay, so whether we are doing it for ourselves or whether we're doing it for somebody, we decide, we check in with our body, whether the body wants to sit and receive it, whether the body wants to lie down and receive it. And then once we've decided how we're going to do it, let's say I'm doing it for you, I will just ask you to close your eyes and just lie down or sit, and I will work with the keys on various locations of your body. And after a few minutes, which is about 15-20 minutes, I will tell you you're done. And that's it. And normally, we highly recommend that you do it for 11 days, because 11 days constitutes a course, and it kind of strengthens your body. Your body requires a little time, right, to strengthen itself. And so there are clients who just come in for one session. There are some clients who'll take in multiple sessions. Some clients who take in full 11 days course. And everybody has different experiences with the body. So it's actually very simple to do. There's nothing else to be done about it. And as long as you know all there are two keys that we use, and there are certain points which we use, and there is flexibility. Basically, you follow your awareness, what the body requires. And some of the things that show up are awarenesses, as in, like, for example, when I started getting this protocol run on myself, and I was running it for myself, I got this awareness that I am really unkind to my body. And I need to do certain things for my body, which I've never bothered to do, like rest it more, pamper it a little more. So I got that. Sometimes when we are running it on a particular point, the person may get that awareness of how they need to speak up, or they may get an awareness of certain changes that they need to make in lifestyles. These are the few kinds of awarenesses that have shown up while the protocol is on. And then there are times when people are completely knocked off, completely knocked out. And
What do you mean knocked out?
knocked out hasn't gone off to sleep, deep sleep.
Ah, okay.
In fact, we were doing a group healing a few days ago. I was doing a group healing. I offer that from time to time as a free session. And I remember a couple of people messaging in, and even my husband, who was like in the room receiving the session, just completely knocked out. I knock out very often while receiving it. So sometimes even that happens. You get the deepest sleep, which is so good.
Oh, wonderful. Okay, I want to listen from one of your students, actually, Smriti.
Sure.
Reshma, can we have Reshma on?
So Reshma
Shilpa,
is
can you just
actually,
help me?
she's Dr. Reshma. She's an Ayurvedic doctor.
Oh,
And she has integrated all of this along with her existing practice. Reshma, are you there?
how wonderful. I'm just going to ask Shilpa, can you help me unmute Reshma? Because I'm on the phone. I'm going to like just turn off my video so I can join on the laptop. Smriti, is it Reshma Bhojwani?
No, Dr. Reshma.
Hi,
Trying
this
to
is
see her.
Yeah, there she is.
Ah, okay. Great.
Hi, good evening. Good evening.
Good evening, Reshma. Thank you for being here. Reshma is joining us from Goa.
Yes.
Oh, hi Reshma.
Hi there.
I'm in Goa as well.
Oh, awesome, awesome. Basically at Margao, and as I have learned the JBP process from Smriti, and I have actually used it for few of my clients. And as Smriti mentioned, even for COVID patients who have been through the recovery, and JBP has helped tremendously. Then there has been a case of a client who was going through postpartum, and postpartum blues and few relationship issues as well. And after
Hmm.
11 days session, there was a lot of ease and opening up in her own environment, where she said, she could meet the right people, she could talk to the right people who could help her out further with whatever was needed. And
Sorry.
yeah, no worries. And that's how JBP helps. But and if you ask me personally, I have used it on my mom. She's a chronic kidney patient, and as I had some issues with her, I did take advice from Smriti, and she asked me to run the process 33 times, on that particular area. And she had issues with blood pressure fluctuation because she's a chronic kidney patient and on dialysis. And surprisingly, within that 11 days, there was normalizing of her blood pressure. So we had to put her off the medication.
Wow.
This was, yeah, this was amazing. Yeah. And thanks, Smriti. She has been, I mean, I have no words. It's like huge gratitude because she's been the pillar in my life. So that's
And
what I.
her creatinine levels also got,
Creatinine level also fell down. That was about from 13, it came down to almost 7.
wow,
Yes.
amazing.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Smriti, so much.
And does your body feel better when you
Yes,
do
it feels
this?
lighter. Yes, yes. I myself, I think I was going through hormonal changes, but of late it's much, much at ease. Much at ease.
Awesome.
Yes.
And the best part is that when you're running this protocol for your clients, you also get the benefit of it. So it's amazing.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you so much for this opportunity.
I think Mr. Vinod Suraya
I'm
wants
back.
to ask something.
I'm back. Thanks so much. Sorry, just going to. Okay. Is this better?
Yeah, it's better.
Can
And there's a,
everyone hear me?
yeah, and there's a gentleman on my screen, Mr. Vinod Suraya, who wants to, I think, ask something. His hand is raised. I
Okay.
don't know whether you are in a
Smriti, can
position.
you hear me now?
Yes, we can. I
Okay.
can hear
Oh,
you.
thank goodness. All right. Okay. I'll just take a look. There's a whole bunch of questions. Thanks, Bharti. Bharti's commented on too much energy surge. That was me trying to log in from two different devices. So Sakina's asking Smriti if a person can receive healing if pregnant. We answered this actually, Sakina, a little
Yes.
earlier,
Yes.
and that you can, of course,
Yes.
receive healing when you're pregnant as well. Smriti, can you also heal others while you're pregnant using
Yes,
the midwife
absolutely.
protocol?
Like I said, of course you can. And if you are carrying and you're also getting the benefit of it, your baby is getting the benefit of it. You're working with such beautiful high vibrational keys. They
That's
contribute
fantastic.
to your life.
That's fantastic.
Yes.
Neha's asking, is there a difference between this and Reiki?
So I have learned Reiki as well. So yes, both use symbols. Um, they're different energies, is what I would say, and the way they are used is very different. So I am not. While I did learn it up till master level 1, but I somehow never really used it much to tell you the difference. But these are different frequencies. Every symbol has a different vibration, so
Hmm.
every vibration creates, differently. So but both use
Hmm.
energies which are available in the universe. That's the commonality. But how which energy contributes, how it works, and how it's combined, how it's here in light key, it's very broad because there are all kinds of n amount of frequencies that Neela has tapped into and combined it with keys, etc., to create different kinds of outcomes. So to that extent, I have found light key systems very versatile.
Okay.
Yes.
Smriti, tell me a little bit about why somebody would not simply just take a session whenever they require it, um, and why would they? What are the scenarios in which learning would be far more beneficial?
So there are some people, I would say, who do not wish to learn and they will only come for a session.
Okay.
But I highly always, even when somebody comes to take a session, first I do talk to them and I always encourage them to learn it, because it's an investment of a very small amount of money. And again, small amount of money, big amount of money, it's very relative, subjective. For me, because I have changed my monetary reality, it's small, so I call it small. But with that investment, whatever that investment is, and with that 3 hours of time that you invest in learning it, you have a skill for your entire life. It's middle of the night, let's say 1 a.m., 2 a.m. You are having a situation. You can help yourself. You can help your family members. Okay. So it is a self-help, and you can help others too. So I feel that learning it is good because it's a lifetime tool to have. It's for you to help yourself and your loved ones and your clients. It's like having, okay, so how you keep all kinds of medicines in the cabinet, your medicine cabinet,
Yeah.
right? You'll keep some homeopathy, keep some allopathy. If you're a Bach flower practitioner, you'll keep some, if you have some information about that, you'll keep some of that. So you'll keep all kinds of things, right? So this is like having one tool in your medical cabinet. You pull it out and use it. Like, when you have a headache, now you're not going to book an appointment with a doctor, right? Oh, I'm having a headache, please give me an appointment, and then I will go wait 3 hours in the queue, get an appointment just to get that, what are the pills for headaches? I've forgotten. I've stopped taking them long time ago. Okay, whatever. Yeah.
That is a fantastic place to be at, Smriti, where you can't remember what you need for a headache.
I've forgotten because I don't have headaches anymore. So I've not had them for years. Because even if I get a little sign of it, I know what to do. So immediately cut. I use energies and I clear it. Okay. So it's like I'm not going to take an appointment to get that, that painkiller, right? I just know like for example, Dolo 650. Yeah. Dolo 650 helps. So just pop a Dolo 650. Okay. I just remembered one.
Yeah.
So the thing is that similarly, I'll just pull this out of my toolbox. It's something that's within me. It can never be taken away from me. And even if I don't remember it, I have my manual. Max, I'll pull out my manual if I don't remember it. And I'll just start doing it. I just need that one chart in front of me. And I know what to do. Cut. I'm done. And then when the morning comes, I may still go take a session. But I can help myself. Or it's too small for me to go and book a doctor.
That's true.
I might as well just help myself.
Smriti, that's true. Smriti, I have a couple of questions. So, of course, Alison is asking, can you explain a little bit more about the process and if there's a group experience? Alison, there is a group experience that we're going to go into very quickly now, and you'll be able to understand the process a little bit better. To understand the process, I'd also like to actually, Smriti, we have another person here today, Rima, who has learned Joy's Body Protocol from you. So maybe she can actually tell us a little bit about the process.
But she can't teach it here.
She can't teach it here.
You can't teach it here.
She can just tell us a little bit about the process, because Naveena's asking as well, what is this exactly? Symbols, energy, she's not clear.
So basically, you are drawing a couple of symbols on certain points in the body. That's what you're doing. And that whole process takes about 15 to 20 minutes. Okay. So there is a certain number of times you draw it on a particular point, but then there may be an awareness that this particular point needs a little more, and you will do it a little more. It doesn't need one key. It requires 2 keys. So that's why that variation in the time. So if you're just, it's like a regular standard protocol, it will take about 15 odd minutes. If it is something that some places require more attention, or you're doing additional points in the body, then you will need a little more time, and it could even go up to 30 minutes. So depending on that, but that's what you really do. It's actually so simple. It's just tracing the symbol on various points of the body.
Great.
That's what it is.
I hope that clears it up for you, Navina. Alison, I hope that helps to understand.
And which is why even kids can do it.
And we've got a lovely little comment from Tanmay. She says, it surely saves a lot of money on medicines and visiting a doc.
It does.
That's great. Let's hear from Rima, and then we'll try if she's around. Can she just...
Yeah, I'm there.
Great, Rima.
Hi.
Hi.
So I learned the Joyce body protocol, and I also did the basic light key medicine. So I was suffering from fibromyalgia I've been suffering for the past 15 years now. So I've tried different healing modalities. I've tried Reiki as well, but it wasn't really helping. And then I once spoke to Smriti, what should I do now? Because I've been doing so many healing modalities. She said, have you tried light key system? So I said, no. So then she told me about it, and then she introduced me to the various courses. So I did I've joined about 5 or 6 of them, because all of them were calling out to me, So so Joy's body protocol and light key medicines were one of the 2 courses that I did, and I've been doing it regularly on myself. So earlier I needed to go to the physiotherapist every week, and then she would release me, and then she would put a tape. So there were a lot of tapes all over my body. And, I was thinking to myself, this is not a way to live, and definitely my body does not want this. So, after doing the light key systems, one is that the pain has definitely eased out. It's more manageable. And I go to the physiotherapist only once a week. The last time she saw me, she said, physically, you're doing much, much better. So it's definitely brought a lot of ease to my body, So, and by nature, I'm a very fearful person. So those fears also, I feel it's been working on. So, so it's really been a great process. So I eventually want to learn this and become a practitioner, but right now I'm focusing on healing my body. But whoever wants to, is thinking about learning the light key systems, I would definitely recommend it. It's easy. It's just 15 minutes a day. And, it really brings a lot of ease to your body.
That's awesome, Rima, that you were dealing with something for 15 years. And how long did it help to start feeling the ease for you?
So, I used to get up every morning, and I would have this, because fibromyalgia, you get this chronic pain in the body, So like your neck is totally in spasm. So the minute you get up, that pain is always there. So, now when I get up in the morning, that pain is not there anymore,
Wow.
So, yeah.
So how long did you practice it, Rima? Approximately what?
So
about
I have been doing
30 days or something before you started?
I learned it last month, right? So since then I've been doing it every day on myself.
So just barely 30, 35
and then,
days.
yeah. And then, if there's one day I miss, there's some voice in my head which says, you need to do it. So just find the time and do it, because obviously this is what my body needs and this is what my body is calling for. So, yeah.
That's great. That's great. Great. Thank you so much, Rima. Thank you for sharing that. And what an amazing story, because I can't imagine to be in pain for 15 years and then to be pain free.
Yes. And, another symptom of fibromyalgia is also you get a lot of nausea and you get a lot of dizziness. And vertigo is one of the symptoms, so that has gone. The vertigo has gone.
Wow. Fabulous. Thank you so much, Rima. Thank you for joining us. I know you're in a rush, so I'll let you go now. Thank you. That's amazing, Smriti. That's really, really, I think everyone is all set to experience it.
Yes.
So shall we go into the group?
So I'd just like to inform that we have a lot of practitioners on the group. They have very kindly agreed to give off their time and they have joined me. These are all people who've done this class with me. And they will all be collectively contributing to this session. I know there is Manna, there's Naina, there is Ismat, there is, I think, Avisha. There are many people here who have said that we would love to contribute to the entire group. We are 131 of us here. And so we are jointly going to run this session for each and every one of you. So my invitation to you is either sit up or lie down, whatever you like, whatever makes you comfortable. Just sit back, lie down, whatever you like, close your eyes, take a few deep breaths, just relax your body, and we will begin. And it'll be silent. So it's not like you've gotten disconnected. So don't open your eyes to try to find out whether I'm still there. And even if you get disconnected, the process will still run for you because you're part of this collective energy here. And when we are done, we will just let you know. So the group who's on, just on our private WhatsApp chat, just let me know when y'all are done. So I know that we can close. Okay. So Ruchira, you also just sit back and relax and receive everybody.
Just a
Thank
quick
you.
question,
Yes, my love.
Smriti. Will
Yes.
it work for everyone who listens to the call replay as well and may not be on the call right now?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Great. All right. I will turn my video off and mute
All right.
myself.
Everybody sit back. And practitioners, thank you so much for being here. Let's start. Right. Just keep flowing the energies. All
That
the
was beautiful,
practitioners.
Smriti.
The energies will continue to work with you. Very slowly, very gently. Whenever you are done, whenever you feel like opening your eyes, you can open it and come back to the room very gently. And you may feel the need to hydrate yourself. So please drink some water and take your time. There's no rush. Just take your time. The practitioners are continuing to flow energies for you, holding you in beautiful kindness. Take your time. Take your time. And if there are any emotions that surfaced, any tears that came up, that's okay too. Very often, an experience of this such kind energy shakes us up emotionally, and that's the body releasing. So just don't worry about it, don't make it significant. All of us who worked today with you, we want to thank you for receiving this beautiful energies. And we thank the beings of light who joined us in contributing to your beautiful bodies. So big thank you to all the practitioners for your time, for your contribution. And thank you to all the viewers in the call right now and in future who will be listening to the replay. Thank you for receiving light and lightness into your body, into your life, and into your being.
Thank you so much, Smriti, and thank you everyone who conducted this for us so quietly and so. It's almost like you were like a pantheon of angels who came together to conduct this for us. Thank you so much. This is really, really special today. I don't think we've had this sort of experience where multiple facilitators came together to facilitate a healing experience. Thank you so much. This has been a very, very special experience. I've got comments pouring in from everyone. Uh, Shilpa says, in the middle of the session, I felt something flowing out of my body. Falguni says, gratitude, felt really calm and relaxed. Bhairavi, Shilpa, Diane, they're all saying thank you, of course. And there's a whole bunch of messages on the Telegram group as well. Inishi says, incredible, thank you so much, Smriti and other practitioners. Tanmay says, oh my God, my body was swinging with the vibrations. It was so intense. Bharti says, my healed fractured parts are heated up. Is that something that happens, Smriti?
Yeah, so can be that there's intensity can go up because it's coming up to be released. So intensity is a good thing, which means something is changing. So don't
Okay.
resist it, because if you resist it, it'll get painful. But if you allow it to flow, it'll ease out over a period of time. And this energy will not stop functioning right now. So this will continue to work with you for some more time, as long as your body requires it. So this is
Wow.
us bringing light and lightness into our being, into our body. Because there's so much dense energy.
Mm,
This, that unconsciousness, that density,
mm,
and
The heaviness.
Yes, and all of that is the solidity as illness, problems, blah, 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 blah. And the more light and lightness you will bring in into your life,
Hmm.
the more ease you will start having. And I think, so what we experience in this session will be different for each person, but everybody benefits in some way. There's more light and lightness.
Ketiki says, Smriti, that she has a little bit of, I think she means numbness in her legs.
After running the protocol,
Yeah.
all right. So,
I would presume that that's what she means, that she is feeling it right now.
okay. So, is it like a lot of energy, which is like making you then feel numb? Just shake it off. Just shake off all the excess energy. And I would recommend drink some water, hydrate yourself. Water helps the energy to flow well. It also helps flush out toxicity. So just hydrate yourself and just relax. And practitioners will continue. Just guys, just keep flowing waves of kindness to everybody so that they can have more ease with their body. Just keep flowing it. So we are holding this space for you all. Don't worry, whatever is showing up, just be in allowance of it. Something is shifting if you're having something going on.
Sakina, Prasuna, Tanmay, Rajni, they're all saying gratitude. Anita says, thank you, ma'am. Manisha says that she didn't feel anything. Is
That's
that
completely all right. Yeah, there are times when you will not feel anything, but that does not mean that it has not worked.
okay?
It'll have contributed something to you. It may not even be cognitive, and that's fine too. And sometimes our body requires multiple sessions also to start opening up to receive also. But every session, whether you have felt it energetically or not, it contributes.
Okay. In fact, Anita's written saying that she felt a little bit of tingling in her knees and her heart. And Rohini says she felt vibrations on the throat, heart, abdomen, and hands.
Good
Um,
going.
and a whole bunch of more people, Shekhar, Anita, they're all, Ramila, they're all saying thank you, it was amazing. Rajni says she also felt warm all over and she's feeling very light.
Wonderful.
Alison.
Oh my, I can see you raising your hand, darling, but you need to, I think, type into
Yeah,
the Telegram chat, sweetheart.
Yeah, who might just type whatever you'd like to say. Do type it in the Telegram group. I can see you there. Alison says, wow, thank you so much to all who contributed. Amazing swirling energies and lightness and joy. Had masses of emotional synthesis occurring. Stomach gurgled for most of the session. Super wow, angelic blessings, so kind and
So
nurturing.
beautiful. Thank you. Thank you for receiving, guys.
There are so many. The Telegram group is flooded with gratitude messages, Smriti, flooded right now. Like I can't even read all of them out. Dipali, Neha, Shaila, Charu, they're all saying,
Big
thank you
thank you.
so much for the healing. I felt so much of anger for a moment and then it vanished. How wonderful.
Wow. Thank you. Thank you for letting it go. The more you choose joy, the better my world gets. So I'm grateful.
That's fabulous. In fact, Nidhu's written, Smriti, truly a kindness to be felt. Smriti and your team, so many, many thanks to have more than 30 inputs of healing energy. How blessed are we? How wonderful. Vanita says she got knocked out.
Vanita, I'm sure you had like a deepest sleep in that. It's like a solid power nap.
Smriti, Shekhar says he had sciatica pain last year, and after recovery, there is tingling and numbness in his left leg and feet. Is Joyce Body Protocol something that can help him?
Yes, yes, you can energize that part. It may need a combination of energizing and soothing at the same time. This is my sense. So, for certain parts of your body, we would work with both the keys for you.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, wonderful. In fact, I think we should quickly share how what your offer is today
Yes,
on
please.
learning Joyce Body Protocol. I
Yes,
keep
please.
going back to calling it JVP like a millennial.
We
Make
call it
it-
JBP too. We're so used to saying JBP.
But I think it's such a millennial thing to do, to contract everything into a couple of letters. All right, let me share my screen so that we can share, because there'll be some questions I'm sure that'll come up on learning this for ourselves. So many people wanting to practice it on themselves as well. So I'm just going to take a moment to share my screen. And just one sec. And I just want to remind everyone that you can, of course, if we don't manage to answer some question today on this call right now, Smriti's around. She'll answer those questions on the groups, and she's
Yes.
around tomorrow as well for
Yes.
another demonstration call. To, if you have any further doubts,
Right.
you can clear them over there.
So you're
Yeah.
most welcome to join me tomorrow for an hour from 7 to 8 p.m. And I'm happy to answer any other questions that you may have.
Let me just get that out. And
That's me when my chemo had just gotten over.
oh gosh, we need a new picture.
But can you see? I mean, it doesn't look like it.
It doesn't look like
If
it
I
at
didn't
all.
tell you.
It doesn't
Yeah.
look like it at all. My goodness, Smriti. It doesn't look like it then, and it doesn't look like it at all now. So take us through, tell us a little bit about the highlights.
Right. So basically, like I said, this protocol, primarily, you bring more light and lightness into your body. You unlock the consciousness in your body. You allow your body to become strong with this protocol so that it can kick in its own healing system. And, it's kind of a fantastic maintenance program too. Like, no matter what has gotten created up till now, don't create more of it. Maintain yourself, boost your immunity, protect yourself. You're responsible for your body. So this will unlock that consciousness in your body. It will boost your immunity. It will activate your body's healing system. There are a lot of side benefits, like I said, more awareness, better self-expression, contributes to harmony in relationships. It also contributes to some extent in your financial areas. And there's also another contribution that I forgot to mention earlier. It also helps with fertility and sexual issues. It's known to help with that as well. Okay, so there's a certain point when you work on it, it helps with fertility and sexual issues. So this class is a 3 hours class. And when you choose this particular program that I'm offering through Mystic Lotus, what will happen is that you not only get to do the class, but you also get to do a second class as a revision, So there's one class scheduled on the 17th of this month for you. And then the second class is scheduled for you on the 27th, so that you have done your 11 days course. So day 1 in the first class, day 11 in the second class. And you also get a 30-minute session from me, light keys session. Okay, it's not any counseling or any kind of facilitation, but depending on what's going on for you in that moment, I'll just give you a light key healing session, and that's worth 5,000 rupees. That is also included in this package. And there is WhatsApp support, because very often when we have completed the class, or even post the class, something may come up and you don't know how to address it. You're most welcome to reach out, and I'm happy to guide you. What can you do for what? And of course, I will always encourage you to follow your own awareness, but sometimes a contribution helps. And let's say, there's something going on, you need an additional boost. We're here to flow energy to you. So for that, the WhatsApp group is very useful to be on, because whenever some member says, this is what's going on in my life, I don't know what to do, everybody, here you go. And we just contribute to each other. So you get that support as well post the class. And you also get 50% off on 1-year listing on the Mystic Lotus and Dragonflies website where you are putting yourself out there for people to reach you, for people to connect with you, which otherwise cost 13,000 rupees, and you're getting it for 6,500. And that's like a steal, if you ask me. Ah, it's a steal. Yes, it is a steal. So originally this package, shall I just tell them the price?
Yeah, we'll share that because I have a couple of questions already
Oh,
coming in.
please. I'm
But
happy to answer.
we'll come back to that.
So originally, all of this put together, the two classes, like the main class, the revision class, the WhatsApp support, the personal session, the listing on the website, etc. All of it costs INR 25,300, as you can see on your screens, which is equivalent to USD 397. But if you choose, you know what, I love, and that's why I have also, that's why I've also loved being on the Mystic Lotus platform, because we love to honor people who take quick action. The people who take quick action are the people I know who really receive a lot because they are committed to their growth, to their well-being, and they just, okay, I'm choosing this for myself. Yeah, and I love people who choose to bring more light and lightness on the planet. We all require it. So for those who are choosing quick action, if you're choosing to sign up, in the next 24 hours, you get this at only 6,900 rupees. Okay? And that's a steal, if you ask me, to get a session, to get 2 classes.
I'm nodding very vehemently here. That to learn from you, Smriti, this is absolutely a really, really rare opportunity to be
Thank
able
you
to do
so
this.
much. So it's INR 6,900, and that's what you pay if you're signing up within 24 hours. I'm here to answer any questions you may have in the demo call, like in the call tomorrow. That's basically for addressing any questions anybody may have. Yeah, but you've got to sign up within 24 hours to get this.
Yeah. So I just want to remind everyone, this is like a whopping 72% off that Smriti is offering right now. Just for these 24 hours. After this, it goes to rupees.
Yeah. So if you don't choose it within 24 hours, it goes up to, and if you choose it before the call occurs, which is on the 17th, then we would still like to honor you for your choice. And we are offering the whole package at 13,800 rupees or 217 USD. Okay.
That's brilliant.
Now, if you come to me after that, I will charge you 25,300.
Got it.
So
take action right now.
Take action right now. That's what I would say. It's a great deal, and I'll be really happy to work with each and every one of you. And even if you don't choose this, go with this recording and also receive the energies, and be happy. Be happy.
It is called the Joyous Body Protocol for a reason.
Joyous bodies are the bodies that are healthy bodies, right?
Exactly. So. Exactly. Smriti, Dr. Megha's asking, can I heal others after this course?
Yes. So when you do the course, you will be required to answer a quiz. It's an open book program, very easy. You need to go through your manual, answer that quiz. So I know that you read the whole manual, you've got it. And then we give you a certification and you can use it for your clients. So you can start day 2. Like today you learn, so today is day 1. By tomorrow, you finish your certification, etc. And I have a fabulous team. They will respond to you ASAP and give you your certification ASAP. And day 3, you're in business. And you can create a revenue stream with it. You can do this. I would highly advise that if you take this up to do this for others, please do charge. Because when somebody pays for something, they receive it far more than when they've not paid for it, which does not mean that we never gift sessions. We do. But if you want to create it like a revenue stream for yourself, you can charge for this. So you can charge for single sessions, 11 session packs. It's a great revenue stream. Like even if you're a homemaker, but you would like that additional revenue coming in. And more than that, homemakers, very often we have that energy of nurturing, caring. Most of us are like that, right? We love to nurture, we love to care for people. What if you can also get an additional pocket money doing it? No harm done. Be honored. It's like an energy exchange. So I would always recommend do an energy exchange, charge.
Fabulous. That brings me to a question, Smriti.
Hmm.
Dr. I think Vani is asking, do you have something, an offer for a session if they would like to take a session?
Um, just a light keys session alone, I would still extend the offer. I mean, I charge 5,000 for a light key session. Otherwise, my sessions are 20,000 INR. I'm happy to extend that 5,000 price for all the people for just sessions.
Okay. Okay. All right. But that's, I mean, then I might as well learn the technique because that's
Yeah, you can learn it.
6,900 right
You
now.
can learn it 3 times over.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah. All right. Dimple is asking, is the course only for 3 hours?
Yes, the class takes 3 hours.
Okay. So it's 3 hours on day one, and then the revision is also 3 hours.
Yes, revision will also be 3 hours. It may take a little lesser time because I may not have to go into too many details in that particular session because it's a revision. But at the same time, there may be more questions. So 3 hours you must keep.
Okay.
Yeah.
And she's also asking, how long do we need to practice it for?
Well, what we recommend is with the Joyce Body Protocol to do it for 11 days. And that 11 days constitutes one course.
Mhm.
Okay. So we highly recommend that do it for 11 days. After that, it is up to you. You can do it every day. You can do it whenever you require it. You can do all the points. You can do some of the points. It's very flexy. You'll have to go with what will be a contribution to you. Now, what I know is a lot of people, they just continue to do it every day. But some people just say, okay, you know what? I'll do 2, 3 points today. I'll do 2, 3 points tomorrow because I don't want to spend even 20 minutes. I just want to spend 5, 10 minutes. But I'm going to do it. But because it contributes so much to the body, I have not seen anybody really not doing it after those 11 days.
Oh, okay.
Because it's benefiting you. So like, let's say you've woken up in the morning and all of us tend to laze for about 5, 10 minutes before we actually get out of bed. In that moment, just tuck, 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 do 3, 4 points and get up. Or you're sitting and watching TV. You can just do it while you're watching TV.
Oh.
I like to do it in silence though, because sometimes what happens when you're doing this, you get a lot of awarenesses, and sometimes my best ideas come at that time. So I like to be present with it instead of distracted by TV. But let's say you don't have time, and that is your only me time that you get, those 20 minutes or that half an hour of TV. You can even do it while watching TV. It'll still work because the keys don't get affected by the TV.
All right.
You just have to move your hand. That's all.
Smriti, there's a question from Dr. Megha. She's asking, can I heal a person with evil spirits as well? She has a cousin who is facing such problems.
So, Dr. Megha, I just wanted to tell you that your picture looked fabulous. I loved that effect because I was going through all the screens while we were running the protocol so that I could connect with each one of you individually. And I just wanted to say I loved your image that was flashing. So, evil spirits. Now, while this can contribute to it, but very often we have seen, and I also do something else, which is specifically working with entities. I have often seen that very often the person has made contracts with the entities or those evil spirits, and you need to then engage the person and first nullify those contracts, and this could contribute in her connecting more with herself, connecting more with her body, and maybe she could have that space opening up when you unlock that consciousness where you realize that, hey, this engaging with the evil spirits is not being kind to my life and it's not being kind to my body, and I'm done with it and I'm changing it and I'm choosing something different. So indirectly it could.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Smriti, shall we quickly recap all the things that it can help you with? So, people who've
Yes.
perhaps met with accidents, have old injuries, chronic
Yes.
pains, chronic illnesses,
Yes.
um, uh, people dealing with chemotherapy and cancer-related like care that takes a toll on the body,
Yes. It
brings
can
it
create a
to,
lot of ease. Yes.
it'll create a lot of ease on
Yes.
that.
I've had situations like I've had a few clients who had major backache.
Hmm.
Now, while we didn't specifically work on the back, but the awareness was, why don't you work specifically on the back also? So we
Wow.
increased the number of points on which you would do this,
Okay.
and they have actually gotten rid of their backache.
Wow, wow.
Yeah.
But I'm sure it will work, therefore, on things like migraines and issues like that as well.
Yes. So it will definitely contribute. And like I said, also, there are sometimes you will have an awareness of some choices that you need to make.
Mm,
So, you will get that in your awareness that I need to also make some different choices. And
okay.
then that combined with this, it's like
Mm.
holistic. It
Hmm.
will change. You may get an awareness that you need to change certain lifestyle habits, or you need to change
Hmm.
something in your food plan.
Hmm.
So combinations, it'll show up in different ways for different people, but yes,
Hmm.
it does help with illnesses. It does help with traumas and injuries,
Hmm.
or even like you've had past surgeries. And
Yeah.
sometimes what happens is that when the tissues are healing within, they can
Hmm.
get very painful. Now I have seen that for myself, so I'm telling you. And at that time I just work on that area with this,
Hmm.
and it creates that, it soothes out that uncomfortable sensation
Hmm.
that is happening within. Because sometimes surgery parts act up,
Yeah. Yeah.
you know and
Yeah.
like especially sometimes if you had fractures or something, in
Hmm.
when the season is a little cold, those
Yes.
old injuries tend to act
Yeah.
up.
They act
So
up.
this also eases that out.
Hmm.
So somewhere you need to rejuvenate your organ. It's very sluggish, so you
Hmm.
can bring energy into it. Some places you need to tone down something. You need to ease out, like you may be having irritated eyes and you want to soothe them down, so you
Hmm.
soothe them down.
Okay.
So depending on what is required, you
So
use it accordingly.
there was an interesting point that you made, Smriti, about it raises an awareness about what choices you need to make. And I'm
Yeah.
connecting that with Pratibha's question. Pratibha was asking, how does it help in, let's say, healing finances or things other than health?
Right. So I have seen that there's one particular point when we work on it, it contributes to finances. Because I don't know, I will not be able to tell you how it will work in each case, but sometimes you just get an awareness. I need to change the way I deal with money, or I need to like respect money a little more, or I need to let go of my fear of money. So sometimes those fears get eased out, and that changes your equation with money. But Joyce Body Protocol does, these are some of the additional side effects
Okay.
that come in.
That's a pretty sweet side effect to have if it works on money. I think that's a very sweet side effect.
See, I'll tell you what, money, like I've done money classes as well, right? I teach them. Money follows joy. If
Hmm.
you're all the time, your energy is that of, oh my God, I'm aching, paining, that energy is a very low vibration energy.
Hmm.
Money doesn't come. Money comes when you're also vibrating with joy. So when your whole body is reflecting that energy, it attracts all the high energy, high vibration things into your life. So your body plays a very critical role in how your life shows up. If your body is not happy, your energy is not happy, you're also attracting more unhappy things.
That's true.
Very simple logic.
Yeah. Yeah. That's
That's why
true.
you have to have a joyous body.
That's true. Vinita's asking, in fact, Smriti, would it also help with something like insomnia?
It has helped a few people.
Okay.
It has
In
helped.
fact, Nishi has been really quick to respond. She said, I had a session uh, and I have sleep issues. I slept like a baby afterwards, no restlessness. I felt at ease and so relaxed. I feel more fresh when I wake up. Highly recommend it.
Yeah, it has helped. And in fact, in light key healing systems, we also have a very specific protocol for sleep issues called baby peace.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's great. Anita, she says, I would love to join, ma'am, and will try to pay as soon as I can. Anita, join. If you've
We would
decided to
love to
join,
have you. We
join
would
now.
love to have you.
All right. I'm going to just quickly check if I've missed any questions. There is, I think I seem to have covered most things. In case I haven't, just repost a question. If you think that I haven't addressed it, just repost in the group and I'll take it up again. I'm going to quickly check our WhatsApp group as well.
And also, we
Um,
have a session tomorrow. You can always come in there and
That's
you
right.
can bring your questions there.
That's
And I will also be looking out on the chats and I will respond. I have kept my teaching schedule free tonight so that I can respond to chats. Otherwise, I'm very
fabulous.
often teaching till 10:30 at night. So
Vima says she will be joining tomorrow's demo call. Smriti, what time are we doing the demo call tomorrow?
it's 7 to 8 p.m. tomorrow.
Okay, perfect. Perfect. The team will post the program schedule as well as the demo call time on the WhatsApp group as well as on the Telegram group. So in case anyone misses
We'll
it,
do a couple of more things.
yeah.
Let's
Great.
party.
Great. Yes. In fact, Smriti, we did think about doing a couple of individual demonstrations as well today. If you're open to doing that, if you have a little bit of time, we could take one.
We could take
person.
one. Yeah, I guess we
Yeah.
could take one person.
All right. Anyone, Smriti, what should we look at? Somebody dealing with pain?
So if somebody is having something going on that's causing a lot of stress for you right now, it's like it's really bothering you. Although after this JBP session, I don't know whether there'll be anyone like that. Very honestly.
That's that's likely, unlikely. That's true, but we'll still ask.
Yeah. So if somebody's like feeling very stressed out about something right now, let's work with that.
All right. So anyone who is still feeling a little stressed about something, just put your stress point. So on a 9 point, on a 10 point.
On a 10-point scale, 10 being the maximum intensity. Now
Just
everybody will type in 10.
No. We do have people who are at like who type in 3 and.
Okay, sweethearts, just type it in. We'll take one person, and then you're most welcome to come in tomorrow again at 7 o'clock, and we could just do a couple of them more there.
Great. Okay, we've got Deepak who says job loss is causing sleep loss and his stress is at 8.
All right, let's work. Deepak,
shall
right?
we go
You
with
said?
Deepak? Yeah.
Sure,
Shall we
let's
just
go with
unmute Deepak? This is.
Deepak, I would like you to though have yourself on video, please.
Yeah, Deepak Wazirani.
Hi, Deepak.
Yeah, hi. Good evening.
Good
Hi,
evening.
Deepak.
Good evening. Thank you.
I'm just going to mute myself, Deepak and Smriti, so that Smriti can conduct this without any disturbance from my side.
All right. All right. So you are stressed out about the fact that you've lost your job and finances are a bother.
Not really, but
Okay.
it's
So
more
what's going on for you?
psychological more than the finance piece.
Okay. So what is it that's bothering you really?
You like to have a busy 12, 14-hour day.
All right. What else?
Yeah, you like to be in the thick of things. Basically, you would want to go back and contribute. Go back, create some value to some other place. Make yourself useful. You've got 20 plus
So that
years of experience. Yeah.
that. So right now, the prominent thing that's bothering you is that you're feeling useless. Is that what it is?
Not really. I
Then?
wouldn't say useless, but
What is it that is really getting your
you would
getting
want to
you
go back. For example, you say joyous body.
Yes.
When I'm very actively contributing, and therefore creating value for any organization or any company.
Okay.
That's what joy is. That's what joy is for me.
All right. So this intensity, the stress or whatever that is that's bothering you, that, where do you feel it in your body right now? Just close your eyes, connect with your body, close your eyes, take a few deep breaths, connect with your body. Where are you feeling it right now?
Typically, I'd say the mind and probably the gut.
All right. Okay. So I'm going to ask certain frequencies to clear and cancel and transmute that intensity which is there in your guts and in your head area. I'm just going to work on that. And just put your barriers down and receive and allow this frequency to clear and cancel and transmute it, okay?
Sure.
Just keep allowing that intensity to be transmuted into light. And now just check in on a scale of 0 to 10. Has the intensity become more, less? Is it the same? Connect with your gut.
It's probably lighter by 2 points.
Yeah.
I did feel some charge in my hands.
Yes. And I would invite you to continue to let this energy work with you. Because the less you will have of whatever this intensity is, whether it's worry, whether it's stress, whether it's fear, whatever it may be. Sometimes we don't even need a name for it. But the more we let it go, the more space we open up to have more lightness, the more the vibration rises. And the more your vibration gets higher and higher and higher, the more you can attract things that work for you in your life. Okay? But the
Thank you.
more we worry, the more we give attention to it, the more we create more of whatever it is that we are worrying about. So my invitation to you is just allow this to contribute to you.
Thank you.
Beautiful. Keep receiving. I'm continuously, as I'm talking to you, I'm continuing to send the frequency. And it'll continue to work on your gut. It was more coming in your gut I got than above, but it was more working there. So just keep receiving, and let it, permeate every cell in your body. Awesome. Take a deep breath. And once again, take a deep breath. Awesome. I'd also invite you to just keep yourself hydrated, okay? Because this will do a lot of release and you may require water.
Thank you.
Okay, how are you feeling now? Same situation. Situation may not have changed, right? Situation won't change. But the way you respond to it or the way you feel about it changes. And that shift begins to set the whole ball rolling into a different direction.
True. True.
So keep receiving. Keep receiving. So, Ruchira,
Yeah.
this is what I'm being called to do.
Okay.
May I offer the entire group a light key tool
Yeah.
which they can use?
Oh, wow.
Okay. So this is
That's
what
a gift.
I would like to gift that. I was just using that with Deepak. Thank you, Deepak, for receiving. So when you have an intensity come up, something is really bothering you, it's feeling very dense. So there's an element in the universe which is called the light matrix. This is part of the Joyce Body Protocol class, by the way. Okay, so I'm giving you one of the things, of the 4 things.
Wow. How lucky is everyone who's stayed on, like 60 people who stayed on, and all the people who will see the replay, of course. How lucky are we? Thank you so much, Smriti.
Thank you. Thank you. My privilege. So when you have something very intense coming up, just connect with where are you feeling it in your body. And, or you may not even do that. Okay. You may not even do that. You're just aware that, okay. Rate it on a scale of 0 to 10. Why am I asking you to rate it? Because the more you acknowledge a change, the more change can occur. Okay. So on a scale of 0 to 10, just see where are you. Now, in case of Deepak, he was at 8. Now, just say light matrix, clear, cancel, and transmute this. If somebody could just share this in the chat, light matrix, clear, cancel, and transmute this. So everybody, right now, let's do this. Let's do this. All of you, help yourself. Because I know a lot of people raise their hands and this is your session. Come on. You are giving yourself a session. I'm empowering you. Come on. Get that, whatever it is that is intense in your universe, what is bothering you. Rate it on a scale of 0 to 10. Everybody's got it? I assume everybody's got it. Now, close your eyes and just say, light matrix, clear, cancel, and transmute this. 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 And now just sit with this energy. Light matrix is a beautiful mesh of light that connects all of us and also connects us to the source. It can go into any dense energy and it can dissipate it. And the more light and lightness you bring into your world, the more your vibration becomes higher. The higher your vibration, the more wonderful high vibration things you can bring into your life. So light matrix, clear, cancel, and transmute this. This is kindness to yourself. When you do not allow a low vibration energy to live within you, just like you do not allow unpleasant people to come into your house, right? So time to let it go. Light matrix, Clear, cancel, and transmute this. This dense energy is not creating anything pleasant for you. It's only damaging your cells more. Let it go. Light matrix. Clear, cancel, and transmute this. And now, how are you feeling? Is it still as intense? Is it less intense? Sometimes it gets more intense because it's shifting, changing, and then it becomes less intense. So if it became more intense, there's nothing wrong. It's still working. It's in fact working. Okay, don't worry about it. How are you feeling now? I'd love to know if the intensity shifted. Yay, I'm seeing Kiran's thumbs up. I'm seeing, Lata, do I have a thumbs up from you? Yes, Homai, I see your thumbs up. I see Anjali's thumbs up. I see Nishi's thumbs up. Fantastic. Deepak, how are you doing? Give me a thumbs up if you're doing better. Awesome. It's so simple. Throughout the day, anytime something is bothering you, light matrix. It's at your command, okay? Light matrix, clear, cancel, and transmute this. That's it. You may need to say it 4 or 5 times. You may need to say it just once. And then just let the energy work with you. Your job is to ensure that your vibration stays high. So anything that's not allowing your vibration to stay high, anything that's not allowing you to feel good about life, light matrix, clear, cancel, transmute this.
Fabulous. My goodness. Smriti Pennington's written in the Telegram group. Amazing. My leg pain was at an 8. Now it's almost down to a 2 or a 3.
Yay.
She's thanking. Says
Do
thanks.
this more. Do this more. Now imagine if you do Joy's body protocol. Oh my God. How much more are you going to like exponentialize this vibration?
Fabulous. Dr. Raghavan is saying, in fact, wow, the fastest healing was immediately anesthetized to a near coma state. I forgot what I was working on.
Yeah. Okay. Now, after this, thank you for that. You know, after when you run this command, sometimes when I say, okay, now check in, you're trying to search. Where did it go? Where did it go? Kidhar gaya? Kidhar gaya? Kidhar gaya? Don't search. Don't try to call it back. It's gone. It's gone. Let it go.
Fabulous. Fabulous. Preeti says, my knee pain reduced from 7 to 4.
Whoa.
Fantastic,
Awesome.
Preeti. And I know, Preeti, you often talk about your knee pain. That's brilliant. You should learn this technique to always have it like gone completely.
Wonderful. Wonderful. Thank you for receiving, guys.
Thank you so much, Smriti. In fact, Dr. Raghavan saying thank you, Smriti. So generous. May God bless you so much. Shekhar says, really fantastic. Bharti's asking, Smriti, this is like a switch phrase or a decree.
This is a command. This is light matrix is an element in the universe. It's a light element, and it's available at your command. You can use it to transmute all these dense energies. So I would not put it in any of those. It's just an element of the universe that is available to you. It's at your command to contribute more light and lightness into your world.
Anjali says, can't thank you enough, Smriti.
You're so welcome, my dears. Thank you for receiving.
Oh,
So when I
please.
was working with Deepak, I just kind of got it like, listen, sweetie, just introduce this to everybody. And I just felt it would be a contribution, and here we are.
What a beautiful gift. What a beautiful gift.
So it'll be a repetition for you in the class though. Okay? you already know this part of the class.
That's fabulous. I think I have. Oh, Alison said, what a gift. Thank you very much. We'll definitely join. Really appreciate your generosity. Fabulous. I'm going to ask the team to actually post links again because I'm sure the links have gone way past. So, and I don't want anyone to miss out on the 24-hour offer. So we'll just post the links again for everyone.
You know, our world is seeking more light and lightness.
That's true.
And if you will choose to do this, not only will you bring light and lightness into your world personally, into your body, into your being, but you will also bring more light and lightness to the planet in general, to the universe in general. How many people right now will benefit with this light and lightness because of your choice? So I feel so privileged that I get to use this, facilitate this as my classes. I get to facilitate people. It's an honor for me. It's my privilege. I feel so grateful. So my life has changed. And that is my wish, my prayer for the entire world. And yet, this reality requires an energy exchange. And so we do ask for an energy exchange. But what you get in return is priceless. It's priceless. So I would love for each of you to honor yourself, bring more light and lightness into your world. It'll be my privilege, my good fortune to facilitate you in that class.
That's a beautiful thought.
Yeah. My gratitude to each of you for being here and receiving this today.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Smriti. Thank you. Today has been a call full of gifts, I think, and full of experiences, such an amazing sense of ease. And I think that's partly the reason, like you rightly said, that not too many people will have any issues after they went through that group healing. We've gone through some beautiful, beautiful, special experiences today, including, and I can't thank you enough for all your students who came together today to give the entire group healing. The special gift that you shared with everyone just now. Uh, when I was doing it, I must say that I was slightly distracted because I couldn't figure out where my stress was sitting, but I still did it. And suddenly, like at the end of it, I couldn't figure out where my stress was sitting, and it didn't matter.
Didn't matter.
It was just gone.
Awesome. How does it get any better?
How does it get any better? All right. Thank you so much. If there are any other questions, Smriti will answer them on the groups.
Yes.
And there is the extra call tomorrow that you have a chance to get this beautiful, valuable time with Smriti again tomorrow.
I'll be doing that call from my holiday home tomorrow in Khandala. So there will be all of those energies also contributing to that call. Do come, enjoy yourself.
Fabulous, fabulous. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you, Deepak, for coming on as well. I hope your stress keeps going down as the evening progresses.
He's already been getting calls. I hope, you never know what to show up.
Yeah. I get a call for a job or something because I've seen those things happen on our calls. I have totally seen those things happening on our calls. So miracles and miracles and shifts and shifts. That's always the hallmark of beautiful practitioners like you on our calls. Thank you so much, Smriti.
Thank you for having me. Thank you, everybody. I love you all. May you always have more and more and more light and lightness coming into your life, your body, and your being, and in your homes and your work. Prosper, thrive. That's what you came here to do. Okay? So prosper. And wish you a prosperous 2021.
Yes to that.
Yes.
Yes to that.
Thank you, everybody on Mystic Lotus team. You guys are phenomenal. Putting together these events. I can't thank you enough for connecting so many people together. And big, big, big thank you, Ruchira. It's been such a pleasure being on this call with you. And thank you, Nidhu, Amrish, Shilpa, Neelu, everybody, the entire team. Thank you so much for bringing this together.
Thank you. Thank you.
God bless.
Bye, everyone. And
Bye.
we'll see you all tomorrow. Thanks. Bye-bye.
Bye.